Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday, something we talked about some introduction and what is the security console and what is the FSM, Functional Setup Manager. Where is it? Seat where? Uh, okay. So I was created my own user also, right? Let me log in with that user. So like this, every functional consultant in real time in implementation project, so you will have a own access. Okay. Uh, so based on that module, so I'm the procurement consultant. So another person will work in supply chain management. Likewise, different consultants team will work in one implementation project. Financial consultant, HCM consultant, PPM consultant, like that. All they will understand business requirement in the business organization. How they will concentrate or understand what is the business structure, organization structure. They're into what kind of business, manufacturing or distribution or service based. So everything end to end, everyone in the team, implementation team, so they should understand business requirement. So after understanding and analysis of the business requirement, so as a functional consultant, I will start configuring. Here will not develop anything technically, everything from front end only. So we'll configure setups as per business requirement. So this product is developed for globally. So this product will support for every any kind of business. So they will not enable or they will not configure each and every setup based on business industry. That requirement, they will configure the setup. Okay, where they will configure the setup, I told you, right? So this is the FSM, Functional Setup Manager. So how you will navigate, connect to Functional Setup Manager. So after signing into application, you go to user actions. So this is the place. We can say it is user settings and actions. Here you will find the hyperlink setup and maintenance. When you click on this, yesterday already I shown you this once again. So here you will find the list of the offerings. We can say those are offerings. So how those will be listed here? Directly, this list will not appear in in the licensed version. This list of the values, this drop down list that will blank. So how this will be, how it will appear here. So first you have to enable offerings. After enabling offering in the functional setup manager, so in this place, this list will appear. Also in real time, will not enable each and every offering. Suppose we had a subscription or license only for particular offerings, example, financials and order management, procurement, product management, and project financial management, only this 4, 5. In such a case, in the list, you will find that 4, 5 only. So how will you enable those particular offerings? What is the navigation? You go to actions. In the actions, you will find go to offerings. In the go to offerings, so here you will find all Oracle, what are the modules, applications offering. You can enable. So first I will start enabling from financials. Click on this, opt-in features, opt-in features. Yeah, see here, already enabled this one. Suppose if I disable this one here, from here. So in the beginning, initially, the checkbox against financial that will in uncheck mode. But based on your license, you will enable those. First, you will enable a top offering. Under that, you will enable features. So maybe sometimes in some cases, in some offerings, if enable top one, automatically few may be enabled. By default, some will enable. So even by default enabled also, it will not appear. Why? Because I disable this one, financials. Just select done. Now I disabled. I'm just showing you. Now, yeah, in the FSM, you just check it. Is there financials? It is not available. Why? Because I disabled that one. So, in fresh environment, real environment, this will be blank. When that list will be appear, once again, I'll show you. Go to offerings, click on financials, opt-in features. Again, I'm enabling. See now, in that offering, again here enabling expenses, fixed assets, So suppose I don't want to implement expense module. You disable like this, or don't enable the checkbox. So this expense module will not appear in financial offering. So like this, you can initially in the very beginning, in the phase, configuration phase, defining setups, that time only, so in the team, you will enable all this offerings and features. Select that. So earlier, financial was not available in the list, right? Now see, it is there. Now it is again added. Same way, other offerings also you will enable, and under that features you will enable, then those will be appear. So this is a beginning task in every organization. And before start configuration here, first we need to understand what is the organization structure. Here we can say it is enterprise structure. So enterprise nothing but organization only, right? So what are the levels maintained in organization? It's a what is that? It's a very generic topic actually. Enterprise structure, organization structure. So generally, what you can say, so in academic subjects also you will have some organizational behaviors. So there also you will find the organization structure, employee structure, something like that, right? And one more thing, here we are not going to discuss anything new. Already whatever we had a knowledge or learn in previous academic years or in previous organization experience, same we'll discuss here. Technically, we are not going to discuss anything much. Organization structure. So in the structure, we'll have a different levels, right? Maybe it is the group. Okay, under one group, we can maintain like different legal organizations. That means organization legally registered, right? Company must be registered as per company's law. So then only you can do the legally business. After company registration, then only will apply for PAN number, apply for GST number and TAN number. So based on registration only, we'll get all this required documents and all. So under that, in the registration, under one registration company, I'll maintain some branches. Under different branches, I'll maintain some stock locations. So this is nothing but organization structure. But here, some naming convention, the terms slightly may different from ERP to ERP. So meaning maintenance will be everywhere same. So why I'm maintaining in Oracle Fusion Cloud? Similarly, I'll maintain old product in EBS also. In EBS also, almost same structure. But in some levels, naming convention is different. But purpose almost same. But also some specifications slightly significance slightly changed in some levels, not every level. At legal entity level, that was slightly different. How we will maintain information from EBS legal entity to Fusion legal entity. Rest of the maintenance process, everything is same. Okay. So in interview also, in every interview, they will ask this question, right? What is the enterprise structure? Something explain more about each and every line. So what we will answer top level is enterprise. So under enterprise, I'll maintain the primary ledger. So it's a financial book. Next word, legal entity. So here I'll define what are the companies registered legally. That is the one initial parameter. Just define this legal entity. Not only exactly that. So other reasons also there. Other causes also there. Why I will define more legal entities. And next one is business unit. Next one is inventory. A sub inventory. Next locator. See, this is the structure. Different levels are there. So now, as a functional consultant, I will understand their enterprise structure. Suppose you joined in one project. So you must understand this one. Every consultant, they should understand, they could understand this, what is their enterprise structure. See now, example, Tata Group, TCS, Tata Group and TCS. Then what is the difference between these two? Tata Group and TCS. TCS is the one of the line of business under Tata Group, right? TCS, which belongs to Tata Group. Same way, Tata, they're into almost different line of businesses, right? Tata, they're into car manufacturing. So they're into textiles. They're into what is that? Tata Steel. So almost they're into all the type of businesses, which all comes under. So which all comes under where Tata Group. So now all this TCS, Tata Motors, and Tata Steel, at what level I'll maintain, what level I'll configure in enterprise structure level, legal entity level. Okay. So here I'll define one legal entity as TCS, one legal entity as Tata Motors, one legal entity as Tata Steel, something like that. But again, if you take the example TCS, it's a line of business is IT, information technology. Now they're giving services in India, also US, UK, Malaysia, Singapore, China. So those how I will define, those I'll define as TCS India. This is the one legal entity. TCS US, another legal entity. TCS China, it's another legal entity. Just a minute. Huh? Yeah, sorry. So, suppose they're same line of business, if they're into different countries. So definitely, it's mandatory, right? Suppose company registered only in India, so I cannot do business in Malaysia, Singapore, right? So if I want to start business in other country, there also my company must be registered as per the local company law. So in that case, how the companies are registered, similarly, I'll define those many legal entities. TCS Malaysia, TCS Singapore, TCS India, like that. But sometimes what will happen, this is the very what one company registered as a legally, that I'll define as a legal. That is the one way. So one reason, maybe sometimes within India, TCS India. Why I will define multiple legal entities? So sometimes what will happen, company, this branch may locate, maintain in SEZ. Some operations will manage, maintain from SEZ. Some operations will maintain from non-SEZ. In this case, one legal entity I'll define for SEZ operations. Another legal entity will define for non-SEZ operations. Why? Reason is what? So the tax structure. So that will be different from SEZ to non-SEZ. In SEZ, there will be some tax exemption. So if it is non-SEZ operations, there will have some different tax structure. In this case, also I'll define multiple legal entities, even within the country. Okay, so that means then what is our understanding? At legal entity level, we can maintain the tax structure also, tax information also. And any other information, other reasons maintain this legal entity. So employee recruitment. So employees, Tata Group, will they recruit employee under Tata Group? No. So they will recruit employees under legal entity only. Say now I'll recruit employees for TCS India. I will recruit employees for Tata Motors. I'll recruit employees for Tata Steel. So this legal entity level will maintain this employee recruitment, employee maintenance. So after employee recruitment, so we'll maintain the payroll, right? We'll run the payroll for that employee. That payroll also will maintain at legal entity level. And leave management, absence management. So all this will maintain at legal entity level. But again, there is some concepts in HR management. like global HR management, something policies, that and all we don't want to understand that much detail way. So legal entity is nothing but uh, generally will define one registered company as one legal entity in the same line of business. Also sometimes based on tax structure, also will differentiate, decide how many legal entities are required. So that is what legal entity. Then what is the business unit? So from here, I will perform the business operations, business activities. What are those? Purchasing, sales, payable transactions, receivable transactions, and some CRM activities, some PPM activities, all maintained at business unit level. So in India, under India legal entity, I'll maintain one business unit. I can say it is India business unit. But under one legal entity, I can maintain multiple business units. Within the India legal entity, I can enable or I can configure multiple business units. Suppose example, North India business unit, South India business unit, East India business unit, West India business unit, Central India business unit, something like that. Why you will dividing India legal entity business into different business units? That again, there's some reasons behind that. See, offices, only one place if you maintain, suppose for entire India, office is located in somewhere, Delhi. So it is that one corner actually, one edge actually. So customer is in south side. If any service, goods, customer request, so getting that goods and services fulfilling, maybe it will take time. Not only that, so this marketing and business strategy plannings may different from area to area. So there's many different aspects will involve, and also business expansion, business turnover. So all this comes to decide this, how many business units are required. So it's not software tool wise, or software tool will not decide. Generally, in their process of business, they will expand the business into different areas. Accordingly, we should understand, we should configure in the system. So, business unit in general definition, from this level will operate the business operations. What are those operations? Purchases, sales, payable transactions, receivable transactions, and CRM activities. All this will maintain at business unit level. But under one legal entity, maintaining one business unit is mandatory. Without business unit, you cannot create transactions. So next what? Next level is inventory. So inventory, nothing but where you will maintain stock, physical stock, and stock transfers, stock movements. So that you will perform at inventory level. Then what is the sub-inventory? Within the inventory organization, within the inventory setup or facility, you can define different sub-inventories, multiple sub-inventories. Why maintain multiple sub-inventories? Say different products, stock I'll maintain in inventory, right? Anything that can be a category wise and brand wise. So any criteria behind that maintaining stock in our organization. See, sometimes that product itself will demand maintain separately separate sub inventory required in inventory organization, right? Just if you take some example, some supermarkets, there they will maintain all types of products, right? That includes fruits and vegetables, leaves, some meat. See, where you maintain the stock for fruits, vegetables, leaves, there will maintain some less temperature, right? That maintenance also will be different. So then only that stock you will maintain for some more time. It's not longer time, more time. You can also avoid the unnecessary damages. So coming to frozen products, there also you have to maintain some different environment, different maintenance is required. So here I'll maintain fruits and vegetables sub inventory, frozen food or product sub inventory, like that, separate sub inventories will maintain. On the other area, I'll maintain snack items. Other place, I'll maintain all soft drinks. So these are the different sub inventories. So next, what is the locator? So locator within the sub inventory. So directly you will not place the stock or store on the floor, right? So you will maintain some structure, physical structures, like we will maintain some row. In the row, you will maintain the rack. That is one example I am telling you. In the rack, you will maintain the different levels. In the level, you will maintain the stock. So that is what locator. So what is the advantage with this locator? So generally, they never place the stock directly on the floor. So even it is small shop nearby you from your home, if you see any general store, how they will maintain the stock? Are they keeping stock directly on the floor? No, right? Maybe some items weight wise, so high, more weight. So definitely they will keep it stock on that floor. That too, even those stock maintained on the floor, it may not, or damages will not happen. Those kind of item stocks only will keep directly on the floor. Yeah, yeah, Steven. Yeah, tell me. What is your
Eh,
question?
Hi, Ravi, I have a
Hmm.
question about two scenarios.
Hmm.
In which way or when we use the division between the enterprise and primary ledger? That is first question. And the second one is like when in what scenario we use the department while defining a business unit and inventory org.
I'll come to that.
Okay.
This is the primary ledger. Why I haven't mentioned.
Uh-huh.
Finally, I'll come to primary ledger after completing
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that is the locator actually. Now, so here I hope you will not any confusion. You will not have any confusion on this legal entity, business unit, inventory, sub-inventory locator. So this is actually a financial setup. Primary ledger is the financial setup that will configure in real time in implementation project. GL consultant will configure. So GL module is the one of the GL is one of the main ledger module under financial offering. So who is taking a caring? This is the GL configuration, GL module. That consultant will configure this primary ledger. So why this primarily in simple, in general, what I will answer it in interview when they ask you question, what is the primary ledger? In the subledger applications, in source application can be anything, not only APR. Yes, that can be a APR, tax, FA, CM expenses, SSP, purchase order, self-service. So all we can say, those are subledger modules. Many subledger modules are there, right? But sometimes it may not maintain accounting entries in all the source, all the subledger modules, in which module maintain transaction against accounting entries, those we can say source applications. See, suppose now material I am purchasing. I sent PO to my supplier. Supplier supplied. My inventory people will receive the stock into inventory, and they will maintain stock. They will store the stock in sub inventory. They will receive here and they will maintain stock here. So this time also we'll have some accounting entry. What type of accounting entry maintain at the time of receiving and maintain stock in your inventory, sub-inventory? Cost accounting. That already yesterday somewhat we discussed cost accounting entry and financial accounting entry. So now here modules are different actually. When receiving stock into inventory, maintain in sub-inventory, against this transactions will maintain receipt accounting entry and cost accounting entry. That means again these two are two different modules. Receipt accounting is the different module, cost accounting is different module, but which belongs to material transactions will maintain entry in receipt accounting and cost accounting. So transferred stock from one inventory to another inventory. Will it happen accounting entry? Yes, obviously. Transferred stock from inventory to plant. Finished good transferred from plant to inventory. Stock shipped from inventory to customer. Stock shipped from inventory to project. So these are all material transactions. For every material transaction, will maintain cost accounting entry. Cost accounting transaction will maintain in cost accounting module. Against that, will maintain accounting entry. One account will be debit, another account will credit. Against this accounting entry, data will send it to which ledger? Primary ledger. Sorry, the data will send it to the general ledger module. So what is the source application here? Cost accounting, receipt accounting. To transferring to what? Which application? General ledger. So that is the reason we can say it is main ledger module. Cost accounting is the sub ledger module, source application. After sending the data here, against that transactional data, system will generate journal. System will generate journal. Those journals will post in primary ledger. Now, what type of data journal we transferred maintaining in primary ledger? In our example, in our discussion, we talked about only cost accounting entry. Likewise, there are many other different applications are there, right? Against received quantity, I will create a AP invoice in the payables. Against payable invoice also will have a accounting entry. That accounting entry will send it to the general ledger module. Here will generate the journals. Those journals again will send it to the primary ledger. When I ship stock to my customer, for material transaction, we'll have a cost accounting entry that will transfer from cost accounting to primary ledger. After that, I'll create the receivable invoice. Against that receivable invoice also will have a entry that also I'll send it to primary ledger. So these are all source application, subledger application, whatever transactions created, financial transactions or cost accounting transaction, entire data will send it to the GL. Against that, what are the journals created? Finally, I'll keep it maintained in primary ledger. So now what I can simplify the answer? Primary ledger, nothing but it's a centralized place. Whatever data transactions you collecting from different applications, against that will manage the journals, will maintain finally in primary ledger. Then only they will run the trial balances in each and every account. What is the credit balance? What is the debit balance? So this word, high level understanding. So suppose you are from non-commerce background. Anyway, definitely you cannot understand this. What is the accounting entry? What is the debit? What is the credit? What is the general accounting entry? What is the trial balance? Obviously, so we cannot expect it. So this understanding is, they will have this understanding. So who are commerce background people, they will understand this. Non-commerce people, persons, yes, they cannot understand. You don't worry. So that is the reason I haven't started initially. Finally, I told you. But you should also understand slowly this one. Even you are not from commerce background, slowly you should understand. Eventually, you will have what accounts will require in particularly procurement side and supply chain management, manufacturing. That understanding is important, even you are from non-commerce background. But let's see, that we'll see slowly. Okay. So, and yeah, so again, Steven is asked department, right? So department division, it will not, yeah, that also part of the enterprise structure only, but it is not mandatory. Maintaining, configuring every implementation, division and department, it is not mandatory. This division department will maintain in HCM, human capital management. So this legal entity, which belongs to which division? So what are the departments maintaining in organization? That department associating with your primary ledger chart of account. So in that case, in the HCM human capital management, will configure this division and department.
Okay.
But these two, yeah, these two are not mandatory configuring under enterprise structure. Whatever now I listed here, those are mandatory. Every implementation you must define. Okay.
Okay.
Is
Thank
that
you.
answer,
Yeah.
Shravan?
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So when we if there is a when we're going for implementation, so obviously there can be multiple SCM procurement, HCM and all. So if there is a HCM application, at that time we can see this division and department. Otherwise, we'll never see. That's what you're saying. Okay. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
If suppose if not implementing HCM modules and all,
Hmm.
so department and all will not configure, but
Okay.
part of the chart of account,
Mm-hmm.
one segment we can define as a department.
Department in for future. Okay.
This segment will associate with HCM department.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, now, so we should start configuring this one by one in organization, sorry, in implementation. Uh, but in real time, so who will define this enterprise configuration? So who will define this primary ledger? So this enterprise originally, which belongs to HCM only, Human Capital Management Module. Setup
Okay.
under will maintain in HCM. But suppose if not implementing HCM module, who will define? So we will not recruit, maintain human capital management consultant, right? If not implementing that HCM module in the team, in the discussions. So we'll decide, so who is the expert defining this enterprise? Maybe that person, a financial consultant or SCM, that depends. So who will take responsibility, ownership, defining this enterprise? But originally, which belongs to human capital management. But this is the SAID setup. Why I'm saying this is the SAID setup? Table page which comes under HCM, but I can also use under other offerings. Why? Because that is what, right? If restricted, always this enterprise structure should be defined under HCM. If not taken license for HCM, you cannot define enterprise, right? If not, but that is the mandatory setup. Enterprise is the mandatory setup. So, but some setups which may belongs to some other application or offering, but those will be configured under some other applications. That is possible. Those we can say SAID setups. SAID setups. Yeah. And suppose location, I am asking you. Location, it's also where your organization is located, where your entity located, where I'll maintain the address details. That is called location, right? Location also, it's a table name HR locations, backend table name HR location. That means which belongs to HCM. But if not implemented HCM module, yes, I can define that location in other modules also. So, yeah. So primary ledger, so it is financial setup. It will define in the general ledger module. General ledger consultant will take care, will configure this setup. Then legal entity. Again, this legal entity comes under HCM, Human Capital Management. But if not implemented HCM module, again, some another team member will take the responsibility, configure this legal entity. As we discussed, many reasons behind this, why I will define many legal entities. But one legal entity is mandatory. So, and business unit also, that depends. So, who will define this? Maximum here, this will define by financial consultant or SCM consultant. Okay. So why? Because same in the overview, understanding this business unit level, what we discussed, at what level maintain, operate business operations. So that entity, that level is called business unit. Here you will not maintain any HR operations, tax activities. So other than HR, tax structure, you will maintain other transaction at business unit level. So that is the reason here. That can be financial transaction. Those can be supply chain management transaction. So that is the reason this may defined by either financial consultant or supply chain management consultant. Here I'll maintain PRC also, procurement. Okay, so purchases, sales, both will maintain at, not only that, payable transactions, receivable transactions also will maintain at business unit level. So next, inventory, who will configure? So always these three setups will configure by SCM consultant. So that too in where inventory module. In SCM, there are many different modules are there, right? So who will configure this? Inventory consultant will configure this inventory, sub-inventory locator. But as a SCM inventory consultant, I will always connect with this above consultants, financial consultant or HCM. Why? Because I need that in prerequisites. So without business unit, will you create inventory? You cannot create. Mandatory. When I want to define inventory setup, prior to configure this inventory, primary ledger, legal entity, business unit must be defined. Then only as inventory consultant, I can start defining inventory, sub-inventory, locator setup. So that means for inventory configuration, above three are dependents. In implementation also, in the cutover list, you will maintain all this. If I want to start, so for me, dependent setups are primary ledger, legal entity, business unit. Until they complete, I cannot start defining inventory setup. So this is the coordination actually. So you must have interaction, coordination with other team members. So as a procurement consultant or SCM consultant, so I will have a coordination with HCM consultant, financial consultant, project consultant, and manufacturing consultant, planning consultant, CRM consultant. So regularly within the functional team, this is the functional team. So also other side will have a technical team. So technical team, they do integrations. So connecting with other tools. And developing the reports. So all this they will take care, technical team will help us in real time based on business requirement. Also as a functional consultant, you will connect with the business stakeholders, business users. Also you will connect with Oracle global support. See, you are the person, key centralized person. You will connect with all the different team members. You are the module owner. You are the application owner. So that is the reason for each and every anything that you are the owner, you are the responsible. You should take the responsibility. That is good or bad. So suppose if anything mistakes happen by other team member or other person, so who is the responsible? You are the responsible. Why? Because you have to guide properly. You have to collect what details required. You have to give the more understanding to business. Whatever plus or minuses, you are the responsible. That is the functional consultant role in the organization in implementation project. Okay. Yeah. So this is the overview about this enterprise structure. So slowly we'll start tomorrow in application configuration. So any questions we can talk, we can discuss. So first you try to understand why this tool, ERP tool, Oracle Fusion Cloud. So you should spend time. Without spend time, definitely you cannot understand what we are going to do, why we are discussing all these things. First, you understand why this tool is required. I know in my experience, many people, after completing training also, they will not know why this tool is required. At that time, definitely we'll have a more confusions. Why we are preparing this, how, what way this uh, utilize in future. Okay. So once again, I am repeating, in every business organization, they will record, they will maintain every business transaction. Earlier, how they were maintaining, they are maintaining some papers, right? Printed papers. So that they will maintain duplicate copies. Say suppose if any order I'm preparing, 1+2, one white color paper, yellow color paper, and pink color paper. So white color paper, I'll give it to party, either customer or supplier. Pink color and yellow color, I'll file in my organization. Why? Because if any one copy is missing, another copy will be available. So this maintenance was earlier days were following that only. Even it is difficult if it is maintenance wise more. Now they are avoiding that and all. Directly you can implement ERP. Front end you will have a page that will store in database. So earlier database was what? Duplicate copies you will store in your file. Yellow copy, pink copy was database earlier. Now here available in application directly online maintaining database. So that you correlate with real time business this application. Then automatically your logical thinking will be increase. Okay, this is the business requirement, how I can meet in the application. And one more thing, this business application developed for all type of business industries. So in your preparation or in your entire experience, touching that point, a topic, scenario, it's never possible. In your lifetime, you will not know, you will not refer or do implement each and every scenario. Very limited. Okay. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Bye. We'll continue tomorrow.